my name is Meah.
You're not ready.
Is that it?
Yeah, chill. Meah wasn't ready.
Sorry, bro. I'm gonna just have to hold it.
And I'm super loud. I'm super loud.
Okay.
Okay. Test one. Test. I don't know.
Check.
I have one ear. Meah, can you speak?
Check. 1,
Okay,
2.
Mia's in my left and I'm in my right. Is that how you want it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. You ready?
Mm-hmm. What's up and what's going on, everybody? My name is Meesa.
And my name is Meah.
Also known as M&M, and you are listening to your number one source of inspiration for this generation. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. You already know it's M&M Live Radio. Listen, y'all, we help Christian millennials navigate life by pointing them to Jesus. That's why we are here. And we cannot do the show, man, by ourselves, man. We got to do it with my sister. What's going on, Meah?
What's going on, Meesa? What's good, everybody? Listen, shout out to everyone that's tuned into your girls right here on, you already know, it's M&M Live Radio, man. We're so happy you guys are tuned into another episode once again. But listen, man, we got a lot of things going on. We had a busy week.
Yep.
It's been a busy past couple of weeks, and we got a lot of things coming up, and we're so happy that you guys tuned in at the right time right here on M&M Live Radio.
Yep, that's right. But listen, we cannot start the show officially without shouting out our Patreon family. Listen, shout out to every last one of you that have always given, always supported, always shown up for your girls in some shape, way, form, or fashion. We love you, Patreon. Now listen, if you're listening and you have not yet gotten on the train, we want for you to go ahead and get involved, get active. Go ahead and hop on into that description so that we can go ahead and get you accustomed to our team.
Now, listen, we're talking about a lot of things during this episode.
Yeah.
A lot of things going on in the media, a lot of things that have personally irritated us. But listen, but in the meantime, in between time, let's go ahead and play some music to get you thinking. Let's go ahead and get this show rolling. Here is Yet by my bro 1K Few, produced by iProject. Shout out to iProject. He's been killing it, man. Here is Yet by 1K Few right here on You Already Know.
It's M&M Live Radio.
Yellow. What up, gang? I'm trying to figure out how to do this and this show. Kimo had the idea of us going live. Can y'all hear that? What y'all getting into, man? This is why y'all don't want me to go live. Y'all really don't want me to go live for real. Y'all don't want me to go live. Fun fact, actually, this is what broadcasters really be doing, bro. It's this one way. Wait on. I just got these two, so I really need to stop playing or else I'm gonna break them. Two.
Are you ready for the next thing?
Yep.
Better go back in. First time tuning in to M&M Live Radio.
Is this only 1K Few? Somebody got a
About to
feature
go
on
live
here.
again, guys. I mean, I'm about to go back in on the show.
You ready?
Meah, it's a brand new week. Tell me, what got you salty?
Okay, so listen, this dips into shout out to our OG listeners, our old segment, hashtag too many hashtags. This is a current event that has me salty, bro.
Uh-oh. Himalayan salt, kosher salt.
No, like the saltiest of salt. I'm talking about salt-based salt. I don't know if you guys have heard, but TSA has made an announcement. Well, they're quietly disengaging the procedure of taking your shoes off during TSA. And it was kind of an insider thing, and then it leaked out. So they're going to try to do it slowly but surely. And here's why I'm salty. Just as loud as y'all, at least at Hartsfield Jackson Airport, just as loud as y'all were yelling at us, taking out them laptops, put it in a different case, take your jacket off. The same way y'all was laughing at us, yelling at us then. Y'all no, let the announcement be loud, because I mean, don't get me wrong, I understand taking off your shoes, especially all that's happened in America in the past, things to keep us safe. However, we all want to be able to celebrate this in the same way how y'all were loud yelling at us to take everything out of our pocket, putting it in the bin, making sure we hurry up, and y'all was loud and rude about that. Be loud about the announcement, because we all want to know about it. So I'm salty. I had to figure out on the Instagram, and y'all was trying to do it all quietly.
Wait, so you're telling me that in regard to the TSA, that they want for you to take your shoes off?
No, now they want you to keep your shoes on. They're no longer applying that anymore.
Okay.
So I'm salty that had to leak. That they were going to try to do that quietly. No, be loud the same way how you was loud at 5 a.m. in the morning for my flight.
They were loud. But listen, you can't be salty. Because, and I know you have the travel bug. You're always the one that's wanting to hop on the next flight. Meah is gone all the time. Meah's always catching a flight somewhere. However, one thing that I can say is this: be happy that you ain't got to smell the person's feet in front of you or behind you, or even look at what them dogs looking like.
Let me tell y'all something. I was on a flight one time. Brother had the dirtiest feet. And I was like, I feel bad for you.
But you know what gets me though? They expect for us to take our shoes off, and half the time they be having sandals on. And you be wearing sandals, and you got to walk on public floors. No, Meah, don't be salty. Okay. Don't be salty about that one.
I won't look at the past. I'll move ahead. Okay, so Meesa, new week. What you salty about?
Ooh, man, I feel like a lot of us can relate to the level of saltiness I have, man. Rest in peace, Malcolm, Jamal, and Warner. That one got me salty because it seemed so random.
Bro.
It came out the blue. It was one of those moments where it's like, wait, what happened again? Like, can you say that? Like, you hear it on the news, but you got to stop what you're doing to actually hear and comprehend what you just heard.
Yeah.
It really got me because, he's famously known for his role on The Cosby Show as Theo. And for him to have passed away just all of a sudden, tragically like that, it's got me salty. I really feel like I grew up with Theo. And it's crazy because, I know that he's part of a different generation, but I grew up watching The Cosby Show, and it just kind of hurt to see everybody posting their special moments, everyone giving their condolences. I was not ready for that, and I feel like he was like an uncle to me, honestly.
No, I think, I'm not gonna lie, hearing about his passing, bro, it was just so unfortunate. And I was even telling our mom about how he's a part of, to me, like TV royalty. Like, when you think of like TV families, iconic TV families, you think The Cosby Show.
Down.
You know what I'm saying? And him being the only brother, So thinking of who he just was in TV history was just very iconic. And we really truly saw him grow up, because he wasn't even like, and no, this isn't a shot towards actors, but he was still acting.
Absolutely.
Like, he was still in more shows that we see today on, I think, primetime shows. Don't be salty, because we are all encouraged, and we're all able to look back on the legacy that he's created. We're able to still see those moments that he's captured for us and our families, and be able to reminisce on those moments. Big prayers up to his family, because it's losing someone so sudden like that. There's no right thing to say when it comes to losing somebody so sudden. But as far as us as viewers, and us who did not know him as well as his family, but he was a part of our lives, our childhood, and we enjoyed seeing him. At least we still have those things to still be able to remember the person that he was once he was here.
Man, I needed to hear that one, man. I needed to hear that one.
Mm-hmm. So needed, man. So needed.
That was Don't Be Salty. Sorry, y'all. I had to just take a moment one time for the one time. Only because, there's a lot of things that happen in this world, whether it's good, whether it's bad. And, the thing is this. The enemy wants you to be down when things happen, when things get a little salty in your life. But hey, we're here to remind you, don't be salty.
Don't be salty, man. Listen, make sure you guys tune in every week, man. We're going to tell you what's got us salty for the week. In the meantime, let's go ahead and play some heat. Talking about salt, let's play some heat. Here's some new music. New single by Aaron Cole, Mercy. Go ahead and drop that and pre-save the new EP. Where do we go from here? It's on the way from Aaron Cole. Keep it like right here. You're listening to, you already know.
It's M&M Live Radio. Don't you go anywhere.
Cool. That was good.
I'm not going to lie. I really had to think about a way to navigate that don't be salty.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you did a really good job.
No, but I mean, it kind of came at the top because I was kind of like, because you never want to say like, you should never say this to anyone who's grieving. Well, they're in a better place. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I knew I didn't want to say that, but I was like, okay, well, how can I spin this? So
Well,
I hope that was communicated.
If that was off the dome, fabulous job to you. Fabulous job to you. Because the thing was this. I was struggling with myself on trying to figure out what exactly I could share that I was salty about this week.
Yeah.
And honestly, it was a really good week. It was real smooth. It was real cool.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I did what I had to do, and it wasn't stressful in any way. But one thing that did get my emotions in a pinch, it truly was seeing that.
Yeah.
And it was kind of one of those emotions where, you know, you see it, you kind of sit in it, you try to get past it, and then it just so happened to make its way over to the next day. And then somebody else gets the news about it, and they're sharing it with you, and you're trying to navigate your emotions all over again. So it was one of those things that I was like, man, we haven't had a celebrity pass like this in a long time.
Oh, yeah.
And for it to be this one all of a sudden, that got me salty.
How much time I want for the next 2 segments? 15 each?
How much time we got left? Only because we only got a song in between each
your
one.
show.
Huh?
It's your show.
All right.
Because right now, if we do 13 minutes each, we'll be done at 49.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. We can do 15 each.
15?
15 minutes each, yeah.
So I'm going to add 2 minutes to that 49. So.
Are y'all listening to Justice? What songs do we like? That's all I've been singing. Today was Yukon. If I could sing, it'd be a rap. Be a rap, America.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so listen, so we are going live right now on Patreon. I'm about to close off on this on Instagram. Don't even see Meesa.
Hey, y'all.
We need one more.
You know what?
One more
Oh, you
Patreon.
ain't seen Chemo.
Not me.
Oh,
But hey, how y'all doing? Look, man. Oh, snap. We got folks in here. Hey, guys. We need one more Patreon member to get to 100.
I was going to say that.
Oh.
Come in here. So yeah, so we're on Patreon. Shout out to our Patreon community. Y'all, our Patreon is actually growing very strong. Like Kimo was saying, we have 99 Patreon supporters, which is huge. Because we just started, like, I think it'll be a year in October. We'll consistently, like, really doing it. And the love has been real. We've made a lot of progress from the support we've gotten from Patreon. And Patreon support, like, y'all, Instagram don't see it, but the Patreon supporters see the things we've been able to do with the contributions they've been making monthly. So it's been so beneficial. So they get exclusive content, behind the scenes stuff that we've been doing. That some things that we haven't even shared on Instagram, and even things that they just get first before anybody else. So if you've just now rocking with us, or even if you rock with us for a minute and you've always thought like, oh, I rock with them, like how can I be able to support? Patreon has been great. And it's also like one-on-one, like it's not like a broad audience. We can really like be direct with people, talk to people. We've been praying for people too. So we really like it. So we're going to finish this conversation on Patreon. If you want to subscribe and be a Patreon supporter, go to the link in our bio, click Patreon, and be able to subscribe to any tier. And whatever you give is so appreciated. You get us more. Let me tell you something. You get us more than this. Okay. If you want to see us for real, get on Patreon. That's what you want, friend. That's the place to be. That is the golden ticket. That's the golden ticket. Okay. Shout out to everyone who came in here too. So I'm gonna go ahead and log off. Thank y'all for popping in. We're trying to do more of these. We're gonna try. Emphasis on try. We're gonna try our best. Okay. We'll talk to y'all soon. Meesa. See y'all later. Chemo.
Yeah.
All right, we're out. See y'all later. Bye.
All right, let's do it. When we get speakers in here and we go live, they'll be able to hear the music and
Cool.
stuff too.
It'll be fire.
He got who? Got mercy on him. We're playing this at Mercy birthday party.
Shout out to everyone on Patreon who's gonna see this. Love y'all, man. Let us know what y'all think about the conversation in the comments.
Welcome back to your number one source of inspiration for this generation. You already know it's M&M Live Radio, where we help Christian millennials navigate life by pointing them to Jesus. Meah, how you feeling this week?
I'm feeling good. The past couple weeks have been pretty busy.
Yeah.
And we've got a lot of things that we've been doing as well. Shout out to our Patreon. We're actually going live. We're recording the show live via Patreon. If you want to be able to support what Meesa and I are doing on M&M Live Radio, Patreon is a great way and a great avenue, even for us to even be able to connect with those who genuinely support us. We can put names to faces, be able to interact, DM. Like, y'all have direct access to us in a way. And that's one reason why I like it, is because of the interaction as well. But also we've had people ask us, like, what can we do to support? And this is a great avenue to do that. Patreon's been a great help in contributing to our studio getting done,
right,
to us going to red carpets and be able to see all those things. And in return, they get exclusive content. Some things we haven't even posted on Instagram, inspirations that come to us in the heat of the moment, they get it first. And I like the exclusivity of Patreon, and it feels great even knowing that people rock with us. So if you want to rock with us and get that exclusivity and be able to just, support what Meesa and I are doing and all things M&M Live Radio, head on over to our Patreon. The link is in the description of this podcast episode. You can pick whatever tier which best suits you and whatever you're able to give monthly. We are so appreciative.
So appreciative.
Wanted to make sure I shouted out our Patreon family first.
Yeah.
But as far as this week goes, y'all, it's been a crazy week. Shout out to Usher's New Look. That's Usher's nonprofit organization. And they're doing a summer cohort where it's a whole podcasting class. They create a podcast, they learn how to podcast, develop a whole show segments, create their logos, the whole 9 yards. And shout out to our bro Tony. We've known Tony for a very long time. Well, we grew up in the same youth ministry, and he's in media, and he's the leader. The leader, is there a different word for that, for what he's doing?
He's like a program director.
Yeah. And he leads he's leading the cohort this year, and he recommended us and asked us to lead a talk on how to create a great podcast. And it was I don't know about you, bro. How was that experience for you? Because for me, it felt super fulfilling.
It was awesome because, I remember that a while ago, and this is awesome to even just think about how God will prepare you for certain moments and opportunities. So I remember way back during the pandemic when Auntie Rona was walking around here in these streets, and we were trying to figure out how we can stay engaged and how we can help other people kind of pick up their podcast. Or if you have a podcasting idea, like, how do you even start that? What does start even look like? And I thought it was so awesome, because we started our podcasting masterclass. So a lot of the content that we shared with those students in the core cohort was just things that we have already put into practice.
It wasn't foreign to us.
It wasn't foreign to us. It was steps that we have already put in place. So it was also great to do the podcasting masterclass in person.
Yeah.
That was our very first time doing it.
Oh, yeah.
It was very interactive. I thought it was really cool to hear some of the students really have the opportunity of being in the hot seat and give them different prompts, give them different exercises, and watch them come to life. It was just so fulfilling.
Yeah, very. It's even also encouraging just seeing people genuinely want to know more about the craft, because because podcasting is like anti-radio, because you with radio you have to be selected and submit air checks, like the whole nine. I feel like it's in a way getting signed to, you have to, like, submit a demo, air check, things of that nature. And now you can just buy mics yourself and set up a whole system and do it all yourself. So it's been, with that being said, most people don't understand the weight that comes with doing a podcast. If there's a skill behind it, when it comes to interviewing, when it comes to talking, conducting yourself on air, what to say, what not to say.
Right.
So seeing the next generation of creators be so submitted and willing to learn the ebbs and flows, the do's and the don'ts of creating a podcast, them willing to learn the skill.
Yeah.
Their whole summer, they gave up their entire summer to do that.
Yeah.
For them to want to be so knowledgeable and educated, and people think that it doesn't take anything to do a podcast. It does. And to have longevity, I think that was really encouraging. And for them to feel, for Tony to trust us to give that message, it was very, very fulfilling for me.
It was even greater to see other young people just kind of pick up on how podcasting has been over the years and what makes a good podcast. But what we were teaching was how to have a lasting podcast, because it's crazy. And I love the fact that we can even say this, and this is not to flex, but I am proud of it. I think that it's great that we were chosen to talk about this topic, because this year, September 22nd, we'll be celebrating 12 years?
12 years.
12 years of doing what we do. And I'm just so excited to just be able to celebrate how old, like Meah, our podcast is in middle school.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh.
Our podcast is going through middle school and, starting looking to high school.
Shoot, speaking of school, that's a whole nother topic.
It is. School is already almost back in session for real.
What does that mean to you right now in this season, Meesa?
So that means that I will have my 4-year-old in pre-K this year. It's insane, because she's so excited about wearing her backpack and her matching lunchbox that her auntie helped her pick out, her water bottle. She's excited about meeting her teacher and seeing her friends and waking up early in the morning to get her to school. So it's crazy, because I'm watching my little human that once sat on the couch, barely made any noise, and just cried every single day when she was hungry and when she was stinky, to now she's up, moving around, forming sentences. She's teaching me different things. She's actually forming conversations and wanting to do things. She has an opinion about what she wants to wear now. She's 4. I'm not okay.
Yeah.
I need parents to sound off. I need parents right now. I need y'all to be my community. Talk to me. Give me some pointers about what the first day of school is going to look like for me. I need it.
Yeah.
I need it, because my baby, my firstborn, is about to go to school all day.
All day.
Not like a half-day thing. This is all day long.
And I think for people who are parents, when you hear going to school, you really think of you're entrusting someone else with your kid for the next 13 years.
Absolutely.
Consistently.
And if I hear my husband one more time say, "This is our last weekend having a baby." What?
Oh my God.
This is our last weekend. And we're not going to have 2 babies in the house. She's always going to be my baby. She'll be 99 years old, still a baby to me. I get in my feelings. My mama heart just tends to turn a little bit when he says that, because I'm like, she's still my little girl.
I seen Mason today, moments before we started recording the show. She came up to me because her mommy did her hair. Meesa did her hair for school. And I said to her, "Oh my gosh, don't mess up your hair because you go to school this week." And it hit me, America. I said, "Oh my gosh, you're going to school." Because it used to be, "Oh, you're going to school in July, or you're going to school in 2 months, or you're going to school in 9 months." No, you're going to school this week.
This upcoming week.
And for me, some of you guys may know, I'm Mason and Mercy. Mercy is Mason's sister, of course, my niece Meesa's second daughter. I'm their nanny throughout the week. So I'm the one watching them throughout the week. And, it's nothing when, auntie got them. And then, so even for me, it's even been hard because it's kind of like, I know I take good care of Mace, and things of that nature. And not saying that her school won't, it's just, I even take a share in, man, like Mason's not my kid, but she my kid.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
she's your
saying? So it's kind of like, man, like I'm even sharing the tension and the difficulty of her going to school, and I know I listen to me. I know I'm gonna shed a tear when it comes to her leaving out. I'm gonna make sure I'm there early in the morning. I was telling mommy today, I was like, what are we doing the first day? Are we doing balloons? We're going to do a whole sign. Everyone going to come over. We're going to make breakfast here, go watch her walk to the car, and Meesa and Kimo drive off. And man, it's truly a thing. I think this caught up. Whoa. You feel like it happened quick? Like all of this?
Absolutely. Like, I mean, it seemed to me that I just brought her home from the hospital not too long ago.
Meesa, I said the same thing.
Like, I just got her potty trained. It just seemed that way.
I don't know if you've been seeing this video go around on TikTok and Reels where the caption is they're going to be out of your hair and in school before you know it while they're little toddlers, and the parents are like blinking, like trying to ready for them to get to the next level of them being big kids, because they're tired of the toddler phase and because they're so done with it, so it's going slower than they anticipated. But man, I can't lie to you, I remember when Mason just started getting teeth, and our mom was giving her these 3 buns on her head when we would be leaving. We would come back to recording the show, and she would have did her hair, and when she started crawling and all these other different things. And it's just like, man, you're about to go to school.
Yeah, it's just hard to wrap your mind around. I will say this. So like in this moment right now, recording this podcast, I'm wearing a Peach Serve Saturday shirt from our church. And we did this really cool thing. This is our second year doing it. And we call it Pray for Schools.
Mm-hmm.
We live in Henry County in Georgia. And shout out to my pastor, Pastor Jeff Dawes. He kind of is the brainchild or the think piece behind Pray for Schools, because he was like, he feels like if every school is prayed for, he believes that there's going to be less kids in jail. There's going to be less, issues or school shootings happening in our county. And I truly believe that if you believe in the power of prayer, like lock in.
It's literally, if you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, and I've seen how prayer works and the difference that it makes and how powerful it is. So this is our second year, and we have 52 schools in Henry County, and every school this day was prayed over. We partnered up with other churches in Henry County. We partnered up with the superintendent and the Board of Education. We got anybody who was anybody, the sheriffs, the leaders of the police department, like anybody who was anybody. We made sure we spread the word about what we were doing for Pray for Schools. And there was somebody at a campus at those 52 schools praying. And I remember just looking around at who was all there. And it was awesome to see my community for my child show up and show out. Of course, you were there. Of course, my husband, Kimo, was there. We had some very close friends. We had some neighbors. We had some teachers that worked at the school show up. And it was just so awesome because at that moment, yes, we were praying for faculty and staff. Yes, we were praying for a safe school year. Yes, we were praying for great things to happen through my child's school. However, in a moment, I felt like I had to pray for parents similar to me and my husband, who were first-time parents releasing their child into the public school system. That could be scary for some. And I know that it had been scary for me in my own, moments with God, having these thoughts go through my mind and different things that I prayed to God. I was like, God, I'm going to have to really lean in and trust you on this, because it's all these past years, I've trusted someone who I know I could trust to watch my kid. And I don't know these kids. I don't know these teachers, but I've got to trust that God is still going to be there with my kid. And God is still going to be walking up and down the hallways of that school. And whoever's going to be walking in and out those schools is going to have the mind of Christ to do good and no evil towards anyone. And I have to trust that when I give my kid to the school, I'm going to pick her up and get her afterwards. So I've been praying for a lot of trust. So if there's a parent out there that's dealing with some slight anxiety and stress about this upcoming school year, or maybe you're a first-time parent like me who's releasing your kid over to go to public school for the very first time, I see you. I hear you. I'm praying for you, because we're in this together.
Yeah, for sure, man.
for sure. I can't. Oh man, and not even people who, just first time parents. I mean, students as well going to school. I think, but it's interesting seeing even both sides because there are some parents who are anxious about how their kids perform. Like if they had a bad school year this year, how they do this year, or students who think of that themselves. I remember that like it was yesterday, man. I was not a big fan of school. So man, just know that you need to remember the things that God said about you, that God goes before you. He is with you in the toughest of times, whether that's parents, that's faculty, teachers, students, everyone remember that going into this school year. When we come back, we're going to get this conversation started. But in the meantime, listen, shout out to the Holy Girls, man. It's a Holy Girls summer, as you guys already know. Shout out to the Summer 25 playlist. Here is You Say that's featured on that playlist. Here's so You Say by Lee Vossi and Queen Lee. Keep it locked right here. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to, you already know,
It's M&M Live Radio. Yes.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Who's been doing this show for 12 years?
You have more time. Did you have a timer?
You said 1 minute.
No.
Okay.
Which, thank you for that, because we didn't have a timer, and I was like, I don't know where we are.
That's pretty good, though. That was really good. Great conversation.
I love
That's
this
with
song.
no edits, boy.
Love this
Stop
song.
playing. We did that off the dome ski. I didn't even know the intro to that song for real.
I didn't either, but I was willing.
heard it.
I heard it. I know that it's not long.
Y'all knew it was long, but I didn't like,
I knew it went long.
That's impressive.
All right.
This week,
Give me my ring.
I need you to drop yours. Your back sell of Stanley Cups.
Yeah, well, we're gonna talk about that after the show because I have our calendar. I need to walk us through our calendar.
Okay.
Y'all got, who's got a timer on their phone?
I love that song. It's so summer and so girly, but it's not too girly. Like, it's very summery.
Hey, talk to you, mics.
It's kind of like
Check,
California
check.
beachy.
1 2 1 2 1 check. One.
Can y'all hear that?
No.
Who's talking?
Check 1 2 1 2.
Nar.
No.
I really want some wings again.
Is that better?
Nothing to eat here. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Test
good?
1, test.
Yeah, I'm just low. That's all.
You're doing really good this week as far as your lows.
I'm very conscious. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
But I
good.
feel like it's because you're keeping your mic up.
No, I'm telling you, it's
you're
because
just
I'm being
mindful?
conscious. Because this is actually very distracting to me.
Okay.
I'm focusing more on I'm trying not to focus less on this and more about how I sound. Because people, I don't care about people see me. They just care about how I sound. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for saying that.
Yep.
You said 15, Kimo?
15, 22. That's including your woman inspiration and everything. Like
No, 1 minute's at the very end. Very, very end.
Okay.
So do we need to be 14, 22?
No.
Okay.
I have it marked down. I just forgot that was happening then. Ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
I hear you, Dre.
3, 2.
My name is Meesa.
And my name is Meah.
Also known as M&M, and you are listening to your number one source of inspiration for this generation. And we are going in.
Going in.
As always, here in the studio, thanks for tuning in to M&M Live Radio. That was a hit right there. You Say by Lee Vossi and Queen Lee.
I'm going to say it.
Go ahead and say it.
And if I have to retract my statement, I will. But just how I currently feel in this moment, this is my favorite Reach Records playlist.
It's so good.
I think it's the most diverse. I think this is the most women on the playlist. It's very diverse. So many different ethnicities and countries are represented on this playlist. It's so fresh.
Yeah.
It's every song. To me, it's a no skip playlist. I think this is their best.
It's fun.
This
It's
is their best.
It's their best. It's their best. Shout out to Reach Records for putting out yet another summer banger just in time before school starts.
Yeah.
All that great stuff. So listen, one thing we got to talk about is something that's been going on super, super, uber viral.
happening on social media and in our pop culture. We got to make sure we talk about it, Meah, because I want to get your thoughts on this, okay?
Mhm.
This is the question right here. How would you react if you saw your boss at a concert romantically with someone other than their spouse on a kiss cam and it went viral? This conversation comes from the very, very popular ColdPlay incident.
Yeah.
And I had to bring it to M&M Live Radio's airwaves. Meah, what will be going through your mind?
Well, I want to backtrack just a little bit.
Yeah.
What was your reaction when you saw the video?
I thought it was a skit. I thought it was a joke.
Yeah.
You know, like I thought it was something like lighthearted, like, oh, they planted them there. It's comical, it's funny, you know, it's gonna cause everyone to get a laugh out of it, you know, at this concert. But after seeing it and even seeing Chris Martin, you know, he's the artist that was singing, and of course they were trying to get all the couples on the kiss cam to kind of try to get them to kiss.
Mhm.
After he responded the way that he said and was like, oh, they're either very shy or they're having an affair, I said, oh my gosh.
The fact that he said that is what was really like.
Like, what are the odds? What are the chances?
What are the odds that they're literally having
having an affair? CEO of Astronomer. And I gotta think of what her title was. But she
HR.
also
She was
worked
an HR exec.
HR exec at a ColdPlay concert, having a great time, enjoying the music, entangled in their moments, embracing each other, and they luckily get their spot on the jumbotron on the kiss cam, and they react in the craziest way, as if they were caught. They looked like Adam and Eve in the garden when God found them.
And,
That's what it looked like.
and it's so funny that, I'm not gonna lie, the boldness of people who cheat and you are out in public. I just think that's just so bold. For people, to me, being out in public, period. Because what happens when you run into someone who you know,
Yeah.
who knows that you're married?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not even about, because don't get me wrong, the fact that the kiss cam, that's just a worst case scenario, because that's rare that even happens to everybody. But to just go outside in general, you never know who you can run into. More your spouse, you don't know where your spouse and your location, all the things. So the fact that they were bold enough to go outside in public, and the fact that the jumbotron got them, and their reactions also gave it away. Don't get me wrong, I do not condone cheating at all, to any extent, to any degree. But that definitely was another. But it shows also another degree of showing them being guilty, and it was the worst look.
It was the worst look.
So terrible.
But not only for that, not only for in the moment, like everybody got secondhand embarrassment.
And oh my God, the guilt, I can only imagine that they felt.
But then it goes viral because someone catches it on their camera and then posts it on social media. So now the business, the company is involved. Now the spouses who are at home watching the children while you go out and have an affair finds out about it. The whole company is in an uproar, and then now everyone is literally making fun of this moment. Have you seen the picture of them like being caught, being realizing that they are truly on a kiss cam?
Yeah.
Their eyes are like wide open. They look like deer in headlights. Everyone just cannot believe what's going on and what they're seeing. Meah, I've seen them react like other concerts reenact this.
Yeah.
I've seen this same thing reenacted at games. I've seen people, bakeries. They have
Bakeries.
Yeah, bakeries. Well, you know how they design the cookies?
Yeah.
They have designed them on a cookie.
Oh my gosh.
It's the craziest, most embarrassing thing, and I could not wrap my mind around being him or her. His name is Andy Byron, and her name is Kristen Cabot. It is unbelievable. But how would you react? Because I mean, the reason why I wanted to have this conversation was because I have had such a mixed reviews when every single time this conversation, every single time this ColdPlay incident comes on my feed, I always just tend to look at the comments just to see what people's thoughts are.
Yeah.
Of course, a majority of the people, they definitely are like, we don't condone it. How dare he? He's a scum. Like, you know, they're saying whatever they want about the whole affair thing. However, when it comes to if the situation was the people in the comments were employees at Astronomer, how would they react? Some people have said, oh, because of what the executives are doing, it doesn't line up with my beliefs or my morals. And it seems to me that if she was over HR, who is you know what I'm saying? Like who is keeping her accountable for these things? Because she is over HR. Like there's just so much nonsense happening within the administration of this company that I'm going to leave. Then there's been other people who would say, well, y'all can leave, I'ma stay because it does not involve me at all. I wanted to get your thoughts on this. How would you react if you saw your boss at a concert romantically with someone other than their spouse on a kiss cam and it went viral?
I want to be realistic because I think it's, thinking about it, I was going to say that if they didn't resign, I would leave the company. But realistically speaking, you being at a corporate job and just upping and leaving, that's not smart. You have to have an exit plan, just certain things like that. And then thinking about my livelihood, like just having to leave and go to another job, like it's a process for you to even be back in the interviewing process with another company, so on and so forth. So I retract me saying that. I didn't want to say that, but I think what I would do is I would really push for them to resign. If they resigned from the company, I would still stay with the company just because as long as you get rid of the thing that's cancerous, the thing that you got the whole company. If the company would have kept them, then I would have had to make an exit plan for me to no longer be at the company because you don't value marriage, and valuing marriage means a lot to me. I can't work for a company that doesn't value marriage. So I would have a personal plan of leaving. Then I would just then put my 2 weeks in. But if they were going to keep them, I would truly. I'm trying to think, I don't even know what the protocol would be. I would try to talk to whoever the higher ups were, and
they are up. It's them.
Either way,
they're the one that's
up. There's still a board. You know what I'm saying? Like there's still a board of other executives along with them. You know what I'm saying? So like other people who also call the shots. So with that being said, I would truly meet with those other executives and truly express how I believe that they should be fired.
Okay, I can see that.
Because I don't think it looks good for the company, and I would just express that I do not want to work for a company with bosses that don't honor marriage.
Yeah. I just could not wrap my mind around that next day.
Oh my gosh!
At work. Like, what? Could you imagine?
The whispers crazy.
In the cubicle?
There's no way that they showed up to work.
There's no way.
There's no way they showed up.
There's no way. But then again, I don't know.
But it was a fun day for those employees, though.
Yes.
The break room was lit.
Meah, the group chat was lit. Could you just imagine that? You know, I don't know. It just gets me that, you know, this has been circling. If I'm not mistaken, I think that this incident took place July 16th. It's been a long month for them.
Yeah.
It's been a long month for them. But, you know, I was thinking about this and just trying to process what was really happening here, because out of all the things that's been happening in the world and trending topics and stuff, this has been the one that lingers the most. I was thinking about Andy, what is his last name?
Byron.
Andy Byron. I did a little dive on him, and he was the CEO of Astronomer. He was making, if I'm not mistaken, it was $500,000 a year. I believe he had a beautiful wife. She was beautiful. She is beautiful. 3 kids. And I just was thinking about, was it worth it?
Yeah.
You know, like, was it worth you losing your job for this one moment, losing your family?
You lost everything.
You lost your job. You lost your legacy. You lost your character, your integrity. You lost trust. You lost so much.
Dignity.
Everything. Girl.
You genuinely, he lost everything.
You lost everything because of your decisions, because of your shortcomings. And even her, I believe she was married also. I know that she was. But, you know, even thinking about the people that were also involved, to my understanding, the lady that was standing beside them also worked at Astronomer. And when you see her just kind of like, her whole face was bloodshot red and she was kind of laughing out of embarrassment and stuff. It's like there were also other people that were enabling this affair and allowing for it to continue on. Man, you got to be careful with who you allow to be in your company.
Man, I didn't even know that about the coworker.
Embarrassing. How crazy is that? You know, like the Bible talks about, you know, what good is it to gain the world and lose your soul? And that's exactly what took place. You did everything that you could to be in with everybody. You tried to make sure that you were up there as the execs. You were making sure that you were on the cover of the magazine, that you made all this money, that you had the right wife. You know, it seemed like, all for you to be stepping out, and you lose absolutely everything, and you lose your soul. That's crazy. I don't know. I just hope that this is a warning shot for anybody out there flirting with anything less. Yeah, anything less than what God has for you.
I think that's interesting that you make that point, just because I think I heard Childlike Cece say that. I think she said that also when she was here on the show, where she said most people think that to gain the world and lose your soul means like you going full on demon time. You know what I'm saying? Like, like you playing for the enemy. You getting into occultic things. You completely traded sides. When yes, and you gaining the world and losing your soul just means you giving into your flesh, giving into immoral character that goes against the standard of God. You know what I'm saying? That satisfies your flesh in that moment, but doesn't have long-lasting righteousness in the long run. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? I'm so happy you brought that up, just because you bringing that to this scenario, I think, I don't want to say it. I think it levels it down to a more ground. What's the word? Level ground, where we think it's you going to the top and joining the Illuminati and all these things. But no, it's you going against the covenant of marriage. Yeah. It's you no longer having your kids be able to trust you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's also what this means as well. And for us to even think about it, okay, well, that can be for all of us in our everyday life. You know what I'm saying?
No, for real. Like, I mean, and maybe this is a great moment if you're listening to the show in this episode. What is it that you can do right now to move the line? We've been talking about moving the line in a book that we're reading. It's called Think Ahead, it's called Think Ahead by Craig Rochelle, his newest book. And he talks about moving the line from sin. How can you move the line and make sure that you don't even look in the direction or even be tempted to even go in that area of where you're crossing that line of sin? And I feel like maybe for you, it's deleting that sneaky links number. Yikes. Maybe it's not continuing that conversation with that friend where if y'all link up, y'all gonna smoke. But you've been trying to live this righteous life. You've been trying to live this life as a child of God. Or maybe it's just,
you're deleting a social media
app.
Because it's got you distracted and you're not able to focus on the things God's told you to do because you're always scrolling on TikTok for too long.
Or maybe even honoring your body as a temple and making sure that, okay, I can say no to a cookie. Yeah. I can say no to a piece of bread. I can say no to a donut. I can step away before I get carried away. It's small moments like this, small actions, small actionable decisions that keeps you away from the line in which you're crossing it for sin. You can do it, friend. Do not get caught up in gaining the world and losing your soul.
No matter what.
Please.
No matter what. Listen, with that being said, let's go into this next song really quick. Here's No Matter What by Indie Tribe. A new one from the bros right here on You Already Know.
It's M&M Live Radio. Keep it locked.
That was a great conversation.
Was it?
So good.
Good.
Oh, that's awesome.
My God. That's your niche right there. That's the vein we should always
I feel like Jesus Juki.
Absolutely not. Because what's our clarity statement?
Well, no, I say that in a sense of I want for us to stay mindful always. That's why I asked myself where you see the conversation going. And she brought up, so how we're going to bring this and point this back to Jesus is, you know what I'm saying? So because she already had that in mind, we were already on the right track.
That
It's
was
just
amazing.
about how do we do that in a way that's not like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well,
insensitive, but we like, you know what I'm saying? Like with like really humanizing it, but also being real, but not insensitive and unrealistic, you know, to people's standards, but also staying true to Christian standards as well, you know?
No, I think that you could never, I think shying away from helping people live a godly standard is never the right move.
Yeah.
Only because, well, when we're not recording, I can tell you why this is significant. But that was extremely significant, and it's actually kind of personal to people that we know in our lives. You know what I'm saying? So you never know who is on the other side of this and is listening, and it's like, I needed that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I needed Jesus to come into the frame because, well, dang, Meesa, you said that one line. You was like, crap. You get, what was it? If you don't, crap. Dang it. I did like this. I was like, clock it.
Oh, you said about the food. She said be able to push away the plate and say no. I can say no to these fries. I can say no to these.
It was like, if you can't push away sin, you'll be dragged away by your sin. Something like that you said. And I was like, that is so amazing. You know, because people, sin feels good, so you're only thinking about what feels good. You're not thinking about the consequences of sin. This man lost everything. And for what? A sneaky link. Not even sneaking, because you're in front of 1,000 people.
You're in front of
and your
the
sin
world.
was exposed. Gosh. And you have people who patronized you and enabled you to sin. So you should be rethinking everything right now.
Yeah.
And my second question is, like, who's helping him find the Lord? Or is everybody just writing him off?
Right.
But we don't know. You got a minute, 30 seconds for this last part.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
You back with your girls right here on, you already know, it's M&M Live Radio. But listen, let's encourage you right here, right now with our 1 minute inspiration for this week.
I read in the Bible that a man named Elisha ran away into the wilderness. Discouraged about life, he began to pray to God, asking to die. God then sent an angel. The angel told Elisha to to get up and eat. Y'all wouldn't believe that a piece of bread appeared on some warm stones. Elisha ate that and then drank water. The angel then told Elisha that he will be full for 40 days just from eating that piece of bread, and encouraged Elisha to continue his journey because he had the strength he needed to persevere. God knows what you're battling, and he will provide exactly what you need. While you feel like money will make you happy, God provided a family and great friends to bring you joy. While Elisha wanted to die, God provided an angel, and when he was hungry, God gave him a muffin in the wild, y'all. Crazy. God can do it. Now, who wouldn't serve a God like that? Remember that God is your source and to provide every last one of your needs. So trust him.
Boom, that's your 1 minute inspiration brought to you by my girl Meesa. Listen, hope that encouraged you. And listen, thank you so much to everyone that tuned into this week's M&M Live Radio Show. Shout out to our Patreon family as well for tuning into this episode, man.
Yes, absolutely, Mike.
And then the end remarks. Stuff.
Right, okay. I was trying to think of where to start. I had it on the wrong slide.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
So we didn't need it. We didn't need for me to jump in to shout out to everyone.
So we'll see how it goes. I don't know. Maybe.
Okay, so just take my tail end off.
Yeah. Take your tail end off.
Yeah.
All right.
She means take off her booty.
Take that booty off.
Sorry, Patreon. It's after dark.
You paid for this. You're welcome.
M&M After Dark.
Right.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay. Did y'all know that OnlyFans is banned in certain countries?
Hope it's
As
banned in
it
this
should.
country.
Why is it not banned here?
Because
Isn't that like
Because
strange
we're
to y'all?
first world and we're probably the ones that's making the most money.
and them folks in the White House is the main consumers.
Dang, that's crazy. paying for it to be.
And they probably got lobbyists in there too, also paying them.
Trying to push it, yeah.
I saw that the other day. I was like, they banned the app. Yeah, I was like, so why do we have it?
So what do y'all want to do with this now? Y'all ready to end it or what?
Let us talk to the people.
Okay.
What's up, y'all?
Hey, Paige.
In the meantime, I'm gonna go through the ending.
Can we call our Patreon subscribers Patrice?
I think we should call them the M&M Army. Y'all like that?
Y'all like that?
What do y'all want to be called? You know, because y'all are strong. You're mighty. We're growing.
The mighty M&Ms. What's up, mighties?
What do y'all want to be called? You know, we
I
gotta
like
figure that
Army.
out. What are we? What is this?
Oh, I need you to
What are we?
We
are farmers.
Yeah, but I do want I want for us to be able to speak to you. I want for us to be able to speak to you, but also
You
like
say
have a name.
Patreon fam, and it's kind of like, yeah, but it'd be kind of cool if we did have a name. Patreon.
M&M.
Y'all, I believe. Listen, I believe in y'all. Should I talk into the mic, or can they hear me through the?
I can't hear you say what again.
Can they? Do I need to talk into the mic, or can they hear me through?
Nah,
Okay.
it's just through the phone.
Okay. I believe in you. I feel like we got some creative people.
I think so too. Put it in the chat.
But let's.
I'm about to ask ChatGPT.
If nothing like genuinely like comes to mind, we'll just kind of like stick with like our Patreon fan, whatever comes to the our mind. But Kimo said M&M Army. Meesa, what did you say?
M&M Eminees. I'm just kidding.
You said enemies? I thought you said enemies. I'll be like, that's the opposite.
Let me see. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT.
You don't like Army?
I mean, Army sounds cool. I mean, it's okay. It's just nothing like.
We need all that.
Like Army sounds like okay.
Rihanna got a Navy. Well, we can have Army.
But Navy sound
Give me
fine.
a list of
It don't sound different from
Rihanna
Army.
Is it called? Is it Rihanna Navy or is it Fenty Navy?
It's a Rihanna Navy, and they don't even got no alliteration.
What do you mean?
At least we got an M&M Army.
Army starts with the A, bro.
It's slang rhyme.
Oh.
Well, it's rhyme in the middle of the word.
Empower. Okay, so amazing. Imagine, impossible. Okay, how about this? I need some nouns.
This proves that chat doesn't always have the answers. Chat can only do but so much.
Give me some noun options. Okay, let's see what we got.
Okay.
Okay, I still need
Say
M&M.
something. We're trying to give
Imagination.
a name for our supporters, like example, M&M Army, similar to like the Rihanna Navy and
Well, hold
the
on, say it again.
Believers.
Please hold.
We need a name for our supporters similar to Rihanna Navy and Lady Gaga's Little Monsters and Justin Bieber's Believers. We need something similar like M&M Army, something along those lines. Can you help us, please?
Using the M.
All I do is talk to chat. I don't type out nothing.
It never. Say end it, bro. We need something similar like Rihanna Navy or Justin Bieber's Believers. We're trying to find a name for our supporters with the M play on words. Can you help?
What show is this? August 9th? No, it's tomorrow. It goes up on Monday.
July 28th. This is show 522. I caught my boss cheating. You don't have to write that down, I'm just saying.
They were like, Jeff?
Right, that's what I don't want.
But that's what's clickbait.
Yeah.
You say, oh my gosh. Oh, they're talking about the ColdPlay thing, you know?
What's it called? He said, we're gonna,
What should I say? God's not doing good. I'm in the pool. Oh, what they say?
It's not.
Nothing?
No. M Nation, Empowered, M Believers. Not even trying, Trap.
They said use your own brain.
I mean, Trackstar says Trackstar's universe. So like it doesn't have to necessarily be M. It just has to make sense to us. And we have to like, oh, okay, yeah.
Imagination.
You didn't even sound like you believe it, man.
I didn't. M Nation, M Crew, M Fam, M Verse.
It doesn't even have to be M. There's this Trackstar's universe. There's no track and field on the universe, but it sounds good though, or they just believe in it. You know what I'm saying? Lil Gaga's is a little monster.
I would have called them, dude. This is
Like-
me, my bros at Trackstar. I would have called it, the track. You know what I'm saying? No, the universe is fire. It is. I'm talking about like when you think about like track team.
But everything doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be literal. You could go that way.
it's just play on words.
No, I mean yeah, but some people want to go. Okay, let's go opposite. Like let's just do whatever. Let's not limit us only to like that theme. You know, so you could you can go you
But I
can
would
go
say
either
you
way.
can feel the track stars. You know, that's
Yeah.
that's a good track too.
Yeah.
Hold on, the chairs.
Let us know, y'all.
Yeah, we're trying to
You
think.
still recording, right? Okay.
We like M&M Army.
Who's we?
You got something?
Y'all like M&M Army. What do y'all think? If y'all rock with it, okay, that would help persuade us.
Do a poll.
If you
on
have
Instagram.
enough ideas.
Anyway.
I'm not gonna lie. If we say it on Instagram, I think we should just go out and just say what it is.
M&M and these.
They like, hey, y'all be simple.
Who is it? I don't know.
Let's go
We'll
Patreon.
think about it. We'll think about Patreon. But hey, thank you so much for just being on here with us, like kicking it and letting us just try our hand at going live like this. We're trying to give you guys more opportunities. We want more opportunities to engage with y'all. So this was an idea that Meah and Kevon came up with. Very even new to me. But we're trying something new. We're trying to figure out how we can build this M&M Live Radio army and give y'all exactly what you want from us. 'Cause we want to give you the best. But you got anything to give the Patreon family?
We love you.
We do. But in the meantime, be brainstorming about what you want to be called, because we gotta figure out what is this? Who are we? Who are we to each other?
What are
All
we
that good
doing?
stuff.
What's our title?
What are we doing? Like, what is our title?
We've been at this for
What
a
are
while
we?
now,
What are
and we know how you feel. You know how you feel about us. We know how you feel about you. So we spend a lot of time together. So
What are we? Like, what
what should we call this?
What we call this? So be brainstorming, sleep on it, pray about it, and bring it back to us, and we'll go to the polls or something. I don't know. We'll try to figure something out. That work?
Good.
Going to the polls. We vote.
Let's polls, vote for how we're going to address our Patreon. All right. Have a good night. Love y'all.